Jeff Hoffmeyer, man, what a fantastic conversation. Thanks for sharing your wisdom. I know you get mistaken as David Hasselhoff a lot, but we're going to go with Jeff Hoffmeyer today. Denver Institute for Faith and Works. We have one last question for you. We call it Leveling Up with TKM. David, over to you.
Yeah, and I think you're way cooler than David Hasselhoff because I don't know, I don't think we touched on it, but you were a river guide,
That's right.
and that's pretty
Hey, I'll say
Yeah,
that
awesome.
Knight Rider doesn't have anything on raft
Knight Rider
getting.
doesn't have anything on
I
raft
met
yet.
I met David Hasselhoff, and he was not that cool. He was not very friendly. I was like 8 years old, and he was like, he didn't even want to like give me a an
Yeah,
autograph.
lame. Hoff will
Lame.
give you an autograph right now. I bet you
Knight
say,
Rider,
"Hey, can I
you're
have
not
an
that cool.
autograph?" Hoff
Yep,
will give you an autograph
it's
right
coming.
now, right now, this moment. Hey, thank you so much for today, and I do look forward to getting back out on the river with you. I actually thought this whole podcast was going to be about fly fishing, so
Let's do
I'm
another
not I'm
episode
not
on that.
disappointed because we talked about Jesus a lot, so I'm not disappointed, but I feel like there's still stuff to be talked about. But hey, for level up, what is the most impactful action you have taken to level up in your home and professionally?
Yeah, professionally, let me take them in reverse order. Professionally, 15 years ago, I started a group of other pastors. That's who I am. At the core of who I am is I'm a pastor. We started gathering annually for what we would call like a covenant group. But the impact that that group has had on my life is tremendous. I'm not sure I'd still be married, not sure I'd still be a pastor. Like, who knows what kinds of cliffs I would have walked on if I didn't have those men in my life to talk to rely on. This isn't rocket science. This is part of what, you guys are trying to do to cultivate in the lives of men. But, I thank God for that group. And that certainly has transformed me also professionally. Personally, I think of myself first and foremost called to be a husband, secondly called to be a father, and then thirdly called to be a pastor. And I'm, exercising that call in my work at Denver Institute. But in terms of being a dad, here's one really cool thing that I started kind of randomly when my kids were little. I started writing them letters every time like something significant happened or funny happened or just like something I wanted to share with them or remember. So over the course of 18 years, and my kids are now 18 and 22, before they went off to college, I gave them a book of these letters, like 100 plus pages, and it just like shows the breadth and the evolution of our relationship. And it was just a cool thing for me to do as a dad. I didn't do it perfectly. Like, there were some years it was just like I wrote them a letter on their birthday. Other years there were a lot more letters, but man, that was really meaningful to me, and it was super meaningful to both my daughter and my son. So if you're a father or if you're a mother, like regardless of how old your kids are, just start writing them letters. Like whenever something funny or significant happens, and then get to some, big life moment and share that book of letters with them. Could be really transformative.
I love that, man.
Good
So
man.
good.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm writing my kids letters, and I am ashamed to admit there's multiple year gaps in there between
Yeah.
letters.
No, it happens.
No,
But
no,
the
it
cool thing
happens.
is, like, whenever you give them to them, like, they're going to have more than they would have had otherwise, right?
Yeah, no, it's true. They'll have the two
So,
letters I wrote them over 18 years. It'll be great.
I've gone to email instead of actually writing, like, because no one can read my handwriting because it's like
It's
notating chicken
wise choice.
scratch. So
Wise
I do
choice.
email. I email my kids, like set up emails for both of my kids, and I do that
love
instead.
it. Well,
Good
thanks,
stuff.
guys. Sorry I got to jump, but
Nope.
No,
this was a
thank you,
really
buddy.
awesome conversation.
Thanks off.
Let me know when you guys post it, because then we can post it through our network too.
Will do.
All
Awesome, man.
right.
Thanks, bud.
All
Appreciate
right.
you guys.